Okay, so we are going to start to tackle how to do proofs. So basically what a proof is, it's an if and a then statement, where if P, where this is going to be your P, and Q, if P then Q, where this is your Q. So the first thing you want to do in a if P then Q statement to prove it is to assume P is true. I'll remember that. First step, assume P is true. What does that mean? That means N is even and M is even. What does it mean for a number to be even now? For a number to be even, it means that a number must be multiplied by 2. Because try it, any number you multiply by 2 will in turn become even. Therefore, 2 something equals an even number. So now let's define our variables, our n and our m. So we're going to say n equals 2k and m equals 2l. But since we introduced the k and the l, we have to define them, because you have to define everything you introduce. Therefore, we can say with k being within the reals, and L being within the reals. Basically what that means is that k and L can represent any single number you can possibly think of. Okay, so now that we have that k or n and m are even, then we have to show that n squared plus m squared is even. Okay, so now we're going on to step 2. We assumed that P is true. Now we have to show Q is true. And how do we do that? Well, we have to show that n squared plus m squared is even. So since we have to show that, n squared plus m squared is even, and we're given that n equals 2k, m equals 2l, sub in to above. So now we're given that 2k squared plus 2l squared has to be even. Is it? Let's find out. So we square the 2 to get the 4, square the k to get k squared, plus square the 2 to get the 4, plus l squared, multiplied by l squared. Is it even? We don't know. If we pull out a 2 from here, we're left with 2k squared plus 2l squared. But if we look back to what we previously said, that 2 times any number is even, where any single number can be represented by, let's say, x. 2 times any x is even. And if we look at this value right here, 2k squared plus 2l squared is just any regular number. That's all basically it is. And you multiply it by 2, meaning you're multiplying any regular number by 2, implies that it is in fact even. Okay, so therefore we can go back to the beginning of the proof, which says if n and m are even, then n squared plus m squared is even, which we did just prove. So now we could say, therefore, since n and m are even, n squared plus m squared is even. And those two little dashes at the end just mean that you finished your proof and it's done.